Good morning. It's time for Sunday school, Leaping Baptist Church. It's my turn to teach Sunday school.
All right.
Praise God. Open us up for word of prayer. Dear guys, I just praise and thank you, dear God, for your word, for all that you've done for us. Bless us in your word this morning, dear God. And I just thank you, dear God. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Today's lesson is God's promise to David. David, to me, is a very interesting person in the Old Testament. King David. Learned a lot from David. And one day, if we're saved, believing in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, spending eternity in heaven, and we'll probably all get a chance to have a conversation with this David. Okay. Some more on the timeline of David's life. Got a little thing right here. It says, David was born to Jesse of the tribe of Judah, one of the youngest sons of 8, anointed king by Samuel. He killed Goliath and the Philistines. Interesting story. Love that story. He was a fearless person. He was a musician for King Saul. Interesting. 30 years old, made king of Judah. He united the two kings, the north and the south. He was about 38 years old, made king over Israel also. He conquered Jerusalem, made plans to build the temple. That's what kind of like we're in our lesson today with. God gave him special promises. He married Bathsheba later on. It doesn't happen yet. After killing her husband, Uriah. But by the grace of God, he was a man after God's own heart. Kind of interesting. God chastens those he loved. He did some horrible stuff, but he was a man after God's own heart. He did some things, you know. Interesting person in the Bible. Marries Bathsheba. Solomon was born after this lesson here. Absalom's rebellion appointed Solomon king, and he died after resigning for 40 years. That's the timeline of David. I think about David too is interesting. He had an old nature just like us, and we'll talk about that a little later. We'll start off by reading. This is going to be 2 Samuel 7:4. Let's go back and read verses 1, 2, and 3. 2 Samuel. David's covenant concerning the kingdom. Now it came about when the king lived in his house, and the Lord had given him rest on every side from all his enemies. To get to this part, a lot of things was happening. But trusting in God, all his enemies were at bay. They chose not to do anything to David, I guess by fear. So there's a restful time right now with King David. And also he calls him a king right here. And later on we're seeing that he calls him a servant. But he never calls Jesus a servant. He calls him his king, he calls him his son. Later on we'll see in verse 14. That the king said to Nathan, the prophet, "See now, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of God dwells within tent curtains." Nathan said to the king, "Go, do all that is in your mind, for the Lord is with you." That sounds good. I'm living here, peaceful town, peaceful time. He has a maybe $1 billion house, you know, cedar, and he looks out the window, and God is dwelling down in a little tent. But it was a perfect tent. God was satisfied in that tent. Ark and his presence was all there, and God's grace was still using that tent to do all he had to do. I'm hoping that it's kind of confusing there on his purpose now to build God a house and not allow God to stay in the tent. I'm hoping it was something like with Mary Magdalene when Martha's busy cooking and Jesus is in there, and she opened this expensive bottle of perfume, and she, with her tears and with her hair, wiped the feet of Jesus. And Judas came in there and said, "Hey, you wasted some money." Wrong attitude. But Mary's thing to do something for God. I think we get a special blessing when we don't have to. It's not created by fear to give God something, but just because of out of your heart and all that God has God's grace, and you see God as something awesome, that you just want to give God something. And to give God something not out by twisting the arm, but because I love God. Study God's word. I see how great God is. By the grace of God, we're under to see things, how big he is. And I just want to grace God. Did David do it out of that? Or did he do it because God gave me something? Now I got to give him something? Or if I give God something, God's going to give me something. A lot of people give to God because they want to get healed, they want to get rich. But the best way is out of your heart. Because by being saved, because of God's word, he has blessed you by his grace to see how great he is, how wonderful he is through his word. And I just want to bless God because he has given me. Not because to get. And the majority of the time in the churches, people do things for God because they want something in return. Or because our old nature is strong. And God never took away our old nature. Not even in the Old Testament. This is an Old Testament story. But we have to contend with our old nature. Also, we got to contend with Satan, who's there to steal and kill and rob and take away the word. Even as we hear God's word today, and later on the good preaching that pastors are going to do, he's there to take that away. And also our old nature. Our old nature is so bad that if we don't study God's word, we have the ability to make wood, hay, and stubble. And we got to fight for that not to happen. You can see that in David's life. With Bathsheba later on, it hasn't happened yet. But the grace of God is great. And now Nathan said to the king, "Go, do all that is in your mind, for the Lord is with you." He's telling David, that's a great idea. Man, you want to do something for God? Man, I don't have to check with God because it sounds good. But that's not good. And as a prophet, he should have known better. And Nathan's a good guy. He loved David. He loved David so much that later on, when he does sin with Bathsheba, he goes to the king and tells this king this wonderful story that we've heard about the wee little lamb. And he did such a good thing in pronouncing that story. David says, "Kill that guy. Destroy him." And he says, "It's you, partner." So he loved David so much that he would even confront him when he was wrong. So Nathan is a good prophet, but in this case there, even though we see something that's good, we need to check by God. And I probably make a lot of mistakes not going to God's word or being ignorant or being taught wrong. Another one that just happened in chapter 6 was with the covenant, the Ark of the Covenant. Y'all seen the Raiders of the Lost Ark? Well, the Ark of the Covenant was not there. And David says, "I got to get this." So he rebuilt Moses' tabernacle because it's been a long time since God's Ark was in that tabernacle. So he's going to go down there and get it. It's a long story, interesting story of Old Testament history about this Ark. Oh, yeah, and I had a chance. I was in Israel, and I spent the night in Sea of Galilee. So the next day I visited Capernaum. And they said this was the only place where you can see a replica of the Ark of the Covenant. And there was this old church in Capernaum. The top was torn out. You can just see part of the wall casing. And the part that was facing the Sea of Galilee, there was a small image about that big of the Ark. And that was astounding. You could go up there and touch it. And I was wondering why they didn't try to preserve that. Because that was very historical to have a picture of the Ark, Okay. Now this Ark, David went to get the Ark, and they got music and all that stuff going on, but he did not check with God, like Nathan didn't check with God about David building the house. So he says, "Yeah, go get the Ark and put it on the cart." That's not God's way. God is holy. A lot of things we got to do it God's way, not our way. Sometimes, because of our own nature, we might desire to do it one way and make it religious. But being humble, I got to do it God's way. If I go outside that way, it's wrong. All religions are right and wrong according if they're about God's way. So when it was on that cart, God allowed that thing to shuffle, and it was falling out, and this poor guy went to try to save the cart. And it wasn't his fault. He was just doing what he was told to do. And when he touched it, he died. So there was a lot of power in that little ark that was going to be in that. And God used, that was the most holy places in the temple, where the cherubims kind of touched each other, covering the ark. The bema seat was that replica of that top part. It was acacia wood lined with gold. And once a year, the high priest would go in there, tied with a rope on his foot, with pomegranate bells around the bottom of his dress. And he had to be right before God, else he would drop dead in there. They would have to pull him out with a rope, else they would drop dead, go in there and get him. Okay, so that was concerning something about the ark and him doing it. And again, talking about you got to make sure what you're doing it according to God's way and not ours. Now to our lesson. 7:4, 2 Samuel 7:4. And it came to pass that night that the word of the Lord came unto Nathan, saying, Go and tell my servant David, thus saith the Lord, shalt thou build me a house for me to dwell in? He calls him a servant now. And the other verses, he was a king. But now back in 14 here, it says, talking about Jesus, I will be his father, he shall be my son. So it doesn't ever call Jesus a servant like that in a relationship with God. So shall he build me a house to dwell in? Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, I have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle. And that tabernacle, it was perfect. It didn't look that good. And sometimes us as people were into looks. The first king, King Saul, he looked like a king. What we consider a king, big, strong, muscular, and all that stuff there. And David, he didn't look like a king when he got anointed. With the 8 sons there, and Samuel went down there to anoint him. He got through with 7 sons, and he didn't have another son. Well, yeah, he's out there with the sheep. And so he says, we got to see him. So they bring up David, and they said David's eyes look good, but he was a ruddy looking thing, you know. So so he didn't look that good, but he was the one that God appointed. So sometimes when things don't look that good, they can be all that God wanted. So that temple didn't look all that great, but all the grace and the presence of God that dwelt there. Another temple, another one that didn't look that great and didn't act like a king, was our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But inside that body was an awesome king, an awesome God, and probably the reason why we're here right now and being saved is because of that king. And how tremendous that king was, but he didn't look like a king. And they didn't treat him as a king because they say he's not a king. He's not doing what we are saying for this king to do. So a lot of things that God has in our eyes, when we use our own nature, it might not look like what God has purpose for something great. We might see it as something small. So back to the story. So, all these times God had walked in the tent and in the tabernacle. Moses was a Mosaic covenant, conditional and non-conditional. As long as they treated God right, they were blessed. Wars couldn't penetrate them. But when they didn't, God chastened them. They lost out. And that was an up and down story. And it's going to continue on even when Solomon builds this great house for God. In all the places wherein I have walked with all the children of Israel spake I, and there's a lot of I's here, I and the word with any of the tribes of Israel, whom I commanded to feed my people Israel, saying, Why build ye me a house of cedar? He didn't ask for a house of cedar. He was content when he did, and he gave specific things on how that should be built. And this is a holy God going to live in with unholy people, but by the grace of God, he was going to establish his nation. In the beginning, God made this wonderful house. It's called earth, with no sin in it. And then Adam and Eve, they kind of messed up. With Satan being kicked out, with a third of the angels in heaven, he came down to destroy what God had was good. And he did a good job, and he turned the people's hearts. But by the grace of God, they deserved to go to hell and be destroyed, but it's just by grace that Adam and Eve still survived. You can even see the grace of God that if they had walked back and partook in another tree, another fruit, they would have been permanently set in their old nature and gone to hell with no grace. And God even put 2 angels with flaming swords, so no one would go back to that section. I think if that was open, Satan would have them people going back there to destroy what God made was good. But God's intention is to establish grace to people. So you can follow that lineage from Adam and Eve to God establishing the nation through Egypt, through Abraham's promise, conditional and non-conditional covenant, and made the nation. And then you see the Mosaic covenant, where he goes up to the mountain, and those old natured Israelites down there partying and whatnot, and God had to discipline them, and a lot of people got killed that day. And then now, through the lineage, we have like King David. He's here, and you can follow the lineage of Jesus Christ, and he's going to be part of that, because his son, later on, we're going to see in the verses where God's going to establish his king, that he's going to tell David, I'm going to build you not just a house, but I'm going to build you a dynasty. Yeah. And so now it's like, why? And I've done all these things for you. Why build ye not me a house of cedar? Now therefore, so shalt thou say unto my servant David, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, which is the pasture, when he was out, God was training him then to be a king, earthly king over Israel, and following the sheep, to be a ruler over my people, over Israel. God put him there in that position, in that house. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thy enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will place them, that they may dwell in the place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them anymore, as before time. He wants to bless God, and God's telling him, you're just part of the big picture. I'm going to bless you. And Jesus is in the lineage of David. David called him his son, and also he called him his Lord. Matthew. Matthew 21:6, I think it's 9. Yeah, 9. It says here, the crowds going ahead of him and those who followed were shouting, Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. Where he had entered Jerusalem, all the city was stirred, saying, who is this? And the crowd were saying, this is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee. And Jesus entered the temple and drove out all those who were buying and selling in the temple, and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who were selling those. There's more temples that's going to be built. Solomon's going to build this temple, and it's going to be an expensive, gorgeous place. But it was not as good as that little small mobile tent that Moses had gave the instructions and constructed, and David Reid done it. That multi-trillion-dollar house that Solomon's going to build, because God's more interested in our hearts than the building. The conditional and non-conditional covenant. They'll never lose God as a nation. Another thing, too, about the Jewish people, the Bible says that we're blessed if we bless them, we're cursed if we curse them. But they, right now, are going to reject the Messiah. And right now, we're in what we call the church age. Okay? We are the bride of Christ. The Jewish nation, is the wife of Christ. Once in our next the Jewish big thing is to go to the land, which is millennium. They're going to be in that land with the king. Our thing in the church age is the rapture of the church. And when the rapture happens, everybody that is saved will go to heaven. So if you believe in your heart, death, burial, and resurrection, and that's the next big thing on the calendar, on the biblical calendar. And everybody that goes into the 7-year tribulation, that's what happens after the signing of the peace treaty, are not saved. I find it amazing that the 144,000, the 2 witnesses, and all the people that's going to be saved. And there's this one verse I find it amazing on it's in there's a it says like from the modern people and 7-year tribulation, it says like the amount of the sand of the sea. So I'm saying, wow, a lot of people take it, a lot of people are going to be saved in the 7-year tribulation. But at the end of that verse, it says just a remnant. So God's way in that door, the people going in, is very narrow. Not too many people find that, you know. So, but by the grace of God, some people do. But it says it's just a remnant of people that go. I can't find that verse. Yeah, Romans 9:27, that's it. Yeah, 9:27. It says, Isaiah cries out concerning Israel, through the number of the sons of Israel, be like the sands of the sea. It is the remnant that will be saved. So there's a lot, the sands of the sea and whatnot, just a remnant that will be saved. So how blessed are those that find Jesus from their heart through the death, burial, and resurrection, and believe that. Okay, 10. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in the place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall their children of wickedness afflict them anymore, as before time. That has not happened then in the Old Testament. And there's an open up and down situation. God chastens those he loved, and God non-conditional, this conditional covenant and non-conditional covenant that nation will always be his nation. They couldn't be bad enough for God not to have them. But you can see stories of this temple. Solomon's temple is going to be destroyed. They're going to build another temple. And that's going to be kind of destroyed. And even now, they're setting up things to build another temple in 7-year tribulation. They're getting that. They got to have the ashes of the red heifer, which I found. They got those from the United States, but they got them over there. This happened about a month ago or so. But that animal has to be born over there, so that's interesting. But they're setting up to build a temple where they don't need a temple. And God's going to do a lot of them to turn them around. They don't believe in Jesus. When Jesus came into the city, they rejected their Messiah. But God's non-conditional covenant, he's after them, and the Jew will come to know Jesus Christ. And as since the time that I commanded the judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thy enemies, also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee a house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of the bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. I found it interesting here when he talks about, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. And funerals and all that, and one day when we go, and he's talking about here, David is going to die. And with his fathers, with his relatives, has already died and are saved. You know, so we can take that, it's God's word, and knowing that our loved ones and our friends, and also the people in the Old Testament and the New Testament that have died and believed Christ, we will reunite with them. You know, that's comforting. I have a lot of relatives that they bear the fruits. I know that they're saved, and I miss them deeply, and I'll be able to see them again. And that's what God's telling David here. I will set up my seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. And the lineage of David, you know, goes all the way down to Jesus Christ. Pastor did a good job in explaining that seed and how it came down to the virgin birth, and there was no sin in that seed, and how Christ came on here. And David is connected in the lineage of that seed. And his kingdom is going to be set up with that. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne and his kingdom forever. I like the word forever, and I really like it in John 3:16. Whosoever believe in Jesus Christ, you'll have salvation. It's eternal salvation forever and ever and ever. And God's kingdom will be set up forever. Right now, in this story here, Old Testament, which was a shadow of things to come, and when Christ came down here, fully God, veiled, such grace, and didn't look like, you know, but was everything a wonderful God. Even on the Mount of Olives, when Peter and John and them was up there, and God unveiled himself there, they were shocked to see what Christ was, to see his glory. And they wanted to build some stones there to recognize this spot. But he was rejected, and because he, in Ezekiel, they talk about how eventually this nation, Israel, will accept him, and they're going to accept him during the 7-year tribulation. And he's going to conquer their desire to build this temple, and they're going to find out that how bad of a decision that was. And at the end of the 7-year tribulation, those that are saved are going to enter into the real kingdom, the millennium kingdom, the 1,000-year reign, and only those that are saved are going to enter into that section. When they enter that, Christ and David are going to be the kingdom structures. God's going to rule with a righteous hand. And Slewfoot Satan, he's not around anymore. Right now, Satan in the church age, there's restraints on him. But during that time, God's going to, when the rapture happens, he's going to take away the restraints, and it's going to be a horrible time. You know, so definitely, you want to believe God has given you the ability and has touched your heart. The Holy Spirit's here to convict. You can come and be saved. Death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And we go to Christ because we know that we have sinned. We cannot save ourselves by no works, just simply by believing that Christ died for our sins. So, in the millennium kingdom, it's going to be like God's curse on this earth, which came through Adam, is reversing. People lived for a long time, for hundreds of years in that time. But sin will be in that. Not going into it, because everybody who starts millennium is going to be saved, but the saved people are going to have babies. And the babies, some of those won't be saved. And again, Satan is bound by angels. He's not there to steal or rob like he's doing now. And at the end of the 1,000 years, he's going to be released. And then the last battle, and then we go into this bliss called eternity. Everybody saved. This is actually going to happen. And God is so gracious. He gives us a future history of what's going to happen. Just by studying his word and whatnot, we are so blessed to have God's word. Okay. So yes, he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish this throne of his kingdom forever. And that's what we have. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. He will, and if he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with a rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. He's talking about here Solomon, okay? A conditional and non-conditional covenant. Mosaic covenant was a conditional covenant. As long as you abide by me, I got you back, you know. And with us, God says he chastens those he loves. And like we're parents, we're good parents. We see our kids doing wrong because we know we live life. We know what it is to be structured. So we'll chasten our kids to conform them to good ways. Okay. So, and Solomon started off great. You know, David couldn't build the temple because God says my house got to be a house of prayer. And David was a guy that was a warrior, killed a whole heap of folks. So Solomon's going to do it, and I got 5 minutes in the back, so I got to run through this thing here. In 14, I will be his father, he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, we'll chase him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men, Solomon. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took her from Saul, whom I put away before thee. And thy house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. Don't want to take away his spirit like he did Saul. It was interesting how David was the next king. Saul didn't know it. The spirit left Saul. And so he needed someone to calm down that evil spirit that God had placed on King Saul. It was interesting that they found David, the next king, to be that was anointed already. As a young kid, was playing the music. And you know, David was able to play that music and calm that king down who had that horrible spirit. And it was kind of interesting that as he was later on, when David sinned, he seen what God did to King Saul. And David says, I don't want that. I don't want God to take away that spirit from him. And so that really shows how David was a person after his own heart. And and my time is about up. So thank you all for coming. And I got some guests right here. That's my mechanic, and he's like a cousin or a brother to me here. And hopefully he's going to join us at church. That concludes our Sunday school lesson. Thank you all for coming.